that you made white gold, and you so deserve it. You're such a kind, helpful person, and I was like, yay. My question for you has to do with mindset. So making it to white gold is no small thing. So what were the challenges from a mindset perspective, and what did you do to overcome those so you could keep moving ahead?
I invested in a coach. End of the day, that's the truth. I probably could have stayed real stuck at another level, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong. I mean, the way I look at these ranks is we are achieving and we are growing in order to hit them. But it doesn't define our worth in this business at all. And they're fun. They're something to shoot for and make a goal for. You know, there's some strategy there, and there's some go for it and stick to itiveness and definitely mindset. But at the same time, because even when we reach that rank, we got to keep working for it, you know? So, all of my mindset work has been, being part of this positive community, learning so much from all of you. You know, Kebie is my coach. I also have another coach, and, you know, plugging in and always being on the calls, learning from everybody I can. You know, Al and Cheryl, they do the creating culture, new distributor training calls. I learn a lot from them. So I learn a lot from all the leaders, you know, and mindset is personal development. And that's something I always enjoy working on.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Back to you, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it. Okay, let's go to Nicole. You have a question?
I do. You know, this actually is a question that I asked you about rank advancing, just because I wanted to know more about the strategy behind that. And you gave me such great sage advice, and I would love for you to just expand on that a little bit for everybody watching. What you said to me was that it's kind of a game, and you just sort of move the players around the chessboard, and you just don't take it that seriously. And I would love for you to just expand a little bit about how you manage that, because I just thought it was such a neat way of not stressing out about rank advancing and, you know, all of that. Not that we shouldn't be striving for more. And I just appreciate what you said about mindset and, you know, having a coach and all those things. So if you can expand just a little bit about your game playing, if you will. I would love for just everyone to benefit from that advice, because it worked for me, and it just helped me just get over that little hump of fear and oh my gosh.
Cool. Yeah. So, well, first of all, a few years ago, Zisha did put out, you know, Roadway to Success or something like that, and it looks like a little game board. Yes. I would have to say I am a competitive person. When I sit down to play a game with my family, you know, at the holidays, or, you know, even just our family here, I'm in it to win. I really am. So, and part of that goes with learning the rules of the game, learning the strategies of the game, outsmarting your other players. And that doesn't mean outsmarting in Zisha, but let me just say, in a board game it is, right? Because here we're all in this together. We're all playing on the same team. But I do look at it like that, from the standpoint of rank advancing. And I do, so what I say about it is I do not see people as a game. I do not see helping people either as, you know, teammates within this industry, you know, helping people with their needs behind these products, not at all. But the rank advancement part of it, I do look at it as the game, the challenge, the strategy there. And so you do, once you're building a team, you do have to go in and look at where people are, let them know where they are, ask them if, hey, did they want to run with you a certain week? Because, you know, you have to know the requirements of your next rank in order to get there. And it really kills me when I know people were this close and didn't quite get there and maybe didn't know. And so I feel like, where was your upline in letting you know that? And we don't always hear from our upline, right? So then we have to take it upon ourselves to know enough about the back office to know where we are. Now, this isn't for the beginner, right? Because we're not telling them to go in and study the comp plan and study the back office. They're just getting started. They're learning different things. But when I did start with Zija, in the beginning, if I had some time, I would call customer service and ask them to explain some things to me. How do I reach Builder 500? And that call, I had to call them several times to figure it out. It wasn't just on the first call that I understood what they were telling me. Not at all. Mm-hmm. And I came from, I've only been in one other company, but their comp plan, their structure was completely different. And when I started, I was building completely wrong. So, and it did take an upline looking at my genealogy to say, what are you doing in there? So then I had to, work within what I could do to make it right. And I actually ended up helping other people because now they had people placed under them because that's how I was building.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You just mentioned that this game that it's fun and that it's not something to stress about, and that because we all get to work together and you have this community and collaboration of people that are rooting you on, this whole cheerleader and thing that we have going with one another, we all want to, and none of us are financially connected, by the way. But this particular, none of us are financially connected, and we cheer each other on because that's what we do. And I just love that you play that game so well, and not only encouraging others to get where you are, but also just with your team alone and helping them to rank advance, because you don't get there by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it should be fun. And Kebie talks about, not being in a position with your side hustle of network marketing where you're under so much pressure that it does take the fun out of it. And it's really the consistency and sticking with it. I think someone in our community, Mary Ellen, posted today, was it her, about, no, it was Joyce, excuse me, don't give up before the miracle happens.
Yes.
So don't quit too soon. Keep going.
Right. Okay, I've got a couple for you. Tell us how important it is to work on all areas of your life.
Yeah, that's why I love Kebie as my coach. She is my business coach. She is my social media coach. We do work on personal development. But I do also have another coach, and I've worked with Nicole as a coach. I've worked with other people because I have to fix. I would like to grow in the areas of my money mindset by working with Sally, my vision boards, being able to do a vision board with Coach Carmen. I'm working with Daryl Price, and he's helping me in the area of like physical movement and getting back to that. So yes, it is. And it is just like the way we look at holistic health. It's not just one thing. It's not just the drinking the super mix every day. It's all of the components that go into, because again, as we're rank advancing, I think I've heard Kebie say it, and it's so cool. Like, I can't wait to see the person that's there when they get there.
Yeah. So then the day that you got serious about rank advancing, and it wasn't even really that, it was about the trip. Like, I'm going on that trip. What have I got to do? Like, you got to rank advance, and you got to rank advance somebody on your team. You're like, okay, it's in the bag because you're a promoter. Your ranking doesn't move you. Trips move you. So I'm like, let's go. Let's roll, right?
I think you're right on that, even more so than, white gold necessarily. But there are, we have pools in our company. I'd like to unlock, some of the bonuses and things that go along with rank advancing. Yeah, it's the trip. And now Zija is really focusing on this system now of how we're earning points.
Right.
And but Kebie worked with me, and I did have so much fun, and I had a long way to go, but I was texting her the whole time. Here's where I'm at. Here's where, with each day and with each, especially on Thursday and Friday.
Talk about that a little more.
Huh?
Talk about that a little more, the accountability that week and what it took to really rank advance working with me.
Yes. And I'm somebody who has struggled with accountability for quite some time. But now I do take part in it with, growing multiple, again, facets of my life, from working out to growing my social media to this, plan that we embarked on. And just to have somebody in your corner, to have somebody running with you, and again, we're not in the same business structure, right? But Kebie is my coach, and I'm in her inner circle, so I can go to her for that, and she's going to root me on. And the fun thing too is when she sends me a text and says, where are you at? I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody cares about where I'm at.
So this is important strategy, you guys. If you're watching the blueprint, it means you're either on a team of someone in the community of the inner circle, or maybe on my team. So you need to find out who you should be working with. Who is your upline? For example, if you're on Noelle's team, she knows how to do this because she's walking it with me. So you need to reach out and say, hey, I want to go on that trip. There's still time. I want to rank advance. How do I do it? And Noelle is going to root you on. That's the culture we're creating, right? If you have not rank advanced with me, you should be listening to Noelle, because I know how to do this and I will help you do this, but you have to raise your hand and say, I want to do it. You have to get serious. So talk about that real quick in closing. When you got serious, what happened?
Yeah, it changes everything. It really does, because Kebie's there to coach us. And we all do have different personalities, and she knows some of us she probably can push a little harder, right? But you have to raise your hand, because she can't be the one to always be initiating what we're going to do. We have to express that to her and communicate that. If you could just grab my charger and come and put it in so I don't lose it, but we're about done anyway.
Hey, Greg.
So, and he's a big part of my mindset too. Having a supportive person in your life, friend, spouse, family member, makes a huge difference.
Right.
He's my tech right now.
So one last question. Let's see. I had it on my tongue too. Okay. So you were texting me.
Video bomber.
Your volume and where you were. Let's see. Another thing we've been doing for accountability, if you can kind of share that too, because it's really growing as well.
In terms of social media?
Yes. What we do every day.
Daily accountability now. Every single day when I am, do you want me to tell what it's about?
No, well, what you're doing with me. You text me every day. Yeah.
Every day. Every single day to say, I completed this.
Yep.
And it's gotten short. The texts have gotten shorter. Now I just put the number up there.
Yep.
But, yeah. And I will honestly say I am somebody who struggles with accountability.
I'm so proud of you. Oh, and I know the last question.
Not anymore. Because I know it helps. It truly helps, and it works.
Right. So what about that you're using, the chats, the tagging?
Oh, yes. So much more confidence in working with people within the chats, because Kebie is my coach. I am in the inner circle. And so she is in the chats with me, and she's not pouncing all over people. She's not making things uncomfortable. I know that she's got my back. I know that she's going to, even if go outside of that chat and text me and say, hey, this is how I would handle it. She still gives me the leeway to work within, again, my personality type, right? She's not going to tell me, you just did that wrong. But, and maybe I did, but she's going to coach me through it. And so I just feel it's such a safety net. It's like wearing one of those vests they put on dogs during the storm, you know.
I love it. I love it. So look, we're going to stop recording, and I'm going to open up the line. Everybody who's with us live can ask a question to Noelle, because I know y'all are itching to do that, and we will honor your time for being here with us live. Thank you so much, Noelle, for pouring into us tonight. We are so truly grateful. 1 second.